Well, Barks, I suppose that's the harsh reality of cup competitions. It ends in defeat. What's the mood like in the changing room?
As you'd probably expect, down, disappointed, frustrated, all the things that go hand in hand when you haven't turned up and performed on the night. That's cup football, as you mentioned. It's one game. It's not about how the season's been or how the season will be moving forward. It's about tonight, and too many other players just didn't rise to the occasion. And I can understand, because it's 18s football and that's the way it goes. But they have to take a little bit of ownership, and they have to take a little bit of self-reflection to look back at that game and say, what else could I have done? I can't fault the effort and the desire to compete and to run around and to work hard. The quality and the bravery to play was lacking, and ultimately that's how we build ourselves into games, and that's what I hoped we'd see after the first 10 minutes, but we never really got going, and just don't think we deserved it on the night.
You sort of touched on it there. You started the game so well, and then at the end of the game it looked as though you were on top and an equaliser was going to come, but it was just one of those days, wasn't it?
Yeah, the end was expected. You know, Port Vale, they've got the goal and were holding on to get through to the next round, so it's completely understandable. I thought both teams were very scrappy and nervous in the first 10-15 minutes, and I would have liked us at that point, once the game settled and once the emotions and the kind of nervousness is gone, that you'd get the ball down and you start to play. And we never really had the detail and the ingenuity and the bravery to play different ways, and I thought in the second half we lacked any sort of maybe belief or confidence to actually outplay them. I said they were going to be a good side. They were dominant with getting the ball forward. They had aggressive, quick players that caused us problems, and we knew that. For long spells we dealt with that defensively, slip up for a second, concede a goal, but we never really had the in-possession detail or quality that we needed.
I mean, like you mentioned in the pre-match, you knew the quality that Port Vale had coming into this game, and credit to them, they came out the traps in the second half and their press worked for them.
Yeah, I thought they deserved probably to edge it on the night. I didn't think there was too much between the two teams, but they probably had the better chances. But again, I'm looking back on how we could have done things different, and we should have been better. If we play like that, we didn't deserve to win the game, and that's the harsh realities of football. We've seen it over the last couple of years. If you perform on the night, you can get victories. If you don't, you'll leave yourself short. It's not a league where you can pick yourself up and get 3 points and get a draw here and there. It's about the night, and tonight we didn't turn up. So tough. The boys will take it on the chin. We've got to learn from it. That's the importance of losing games and being disappointing on the night. We've got to learn from it, and again, these boys are trying to forge careers out the game. It's more than a defeat. It's what they learn from this defeat, and we'll be showing them all the different aspects of what we could have done better. If we'd have played better, if we'd turned up, I think we could have won the game, but we didn't, and ultimately got our rewards.
I'm sure that'll be something for you to plan for the way forward, but away from the result tonight, what a fantastic opportunity for the lads to play at the Pirelli Stadium. Yeah,
it's always great being here. In the cup runs last year, it seemed like we were never here, but it comes with a little bit of pressure for the boys, and you saw how many Port Vale brought. They were extremely noisy and deserved so at the end. It's always nice to play here, but you'd like the result and you'd like the performance to top it off, and we didn't have that tonight. So yeah, it's nice in terms of the experience. It's not when you lose.
You sort of touched on it in the pre-match as well, that with injuries and the way that the squad was going, of course there's the disappointment for the 18s that have had their chance here tonight, but with a lot of the group being younger age groups, there's opportunity to go again next year.
Yeah, so Jaden, under 16, he played right at the back three. Great experience for him. We had 4 or 5 16s on the bench. We had a few players that were limited to only a few minutes, and a few key players that are out long term. So there's relevance and there's context to it, but at the same time, we thought we had a team that was more than capable of winning the game if we turned up, and ultimately that's what we lacked. So yeah, great to see the younger players. Great for Jaden to get 60, 70 minutes in a big game, in an 18s game. For long spells, I thought he did well. He found it difficult at times in the second half because the big number 11 was quick, aggressive, and probably a physicality he's not been used to. But yeah, again, part of his experience and part of the boys' experience in the first year as well, because a lot of these first years have played minutes this season. Normally they have to bed them in and you have to take a little bit of time, and they get games later on in the season, but because of injuries, naturally they've played more minutes. So hopefully that helps their development over their 2 years.
I mean, I suppose that's a credit to the academy for players to get that opportunity like this, and that can only bed them in good stead going forward.
Yeah, and some of it is down to the fact that we've got a small squad of players that are fit, but it's about taking opportunities when you get them. And again, I think I'll be questioning the boys and say, well, what did you do? Did you do enough? Were you brave enough to get on the ball? Were you brave enough to do something different? Again, I can't fault the attitude and application. It's the detail and the quality that was lacking, and ultimately that's the way we want to play. And if you're lacking that on the night, you're going to find it a little bit more difficult. So look, there'll be positives, but not now. You want to win a game, you want to perform, so you don't see the positives at this point. You see the positives if the boys learn, if they understand what this loss means and why they lost, and they take that forward into their, I suppose, scholarship and their development. So probably don't feel many positives, and they shouldn't in the changing room, but hopefully we'll see a little bit more over the coming season that they've learned from this sort of experience, which is never nice to take.
Barks, thanks for your time.
Cheers, thank you.